All right, let's dive into something that, let's be honest, affects every single one of us, our memory. We're going to talk about how to unlock the incredible potential that's already sitting inside your brain.
I mean, really think about that for a second. Does that question hit a little too close to home? If it does, you're not alone. It's that super frustrating feeling, right? When you feel like your own mind is just letting you down. You know the scene. You're introduced to someone new, you shake their hand, you say nice to meet you, and then, poof, the name is just gone. It completely vanished.
Or how about this one? You're in a high-pressure situation, you've studied for hours, you absolutely know the answer, but your mind just goes totally blank. It's like a steel door slams shut right when you need that information the most.
And of course, there's the everyday stuff. That little jolt of panic when you can't find your keys or your wallet or your phone. It feels like a small thing, but man, it happens over and over, and it can really make you feel kind of scattered.
Okay, so this brings us to the single most important idea we're going to talk about. All that frustration, it's not because you have a bad memory. It's because you have an untrained memory. And that's a huge difference. This idea really changes everything. For the longest time, we all kind of bought into this old belief that memory is just a talent you're born with. You either have it or you don't. But the scientific truth is so much better. Memory is a skill. Seriously, think of it just like a muscle. The more you work it out, the stronger it gets. So how do we work out this muscle? Well, your brain is actually wired to remember stuff when a few key ingredients are there. First, you've got to pay attention, real focused attention. Second, you use your imagination. And third, you connect it to an emotion. When you mix those things together, especially imagination and emotion, you create these stronger, stickier connections in your brain. So remember, attention, imagination, emotion. That's the recipe.
So, you ready to try your first workout? We're going to jump right in with a super simple but really powerful technique that puts all that into practice. This is where it starts to get fun. And look, it all boils down to these two steps. First, you have to truly pay attention. Observe with focus. Don't just glance at something, really see it. Then, step two, you take what you saw and you create a wild, vivid, maybe even ridiculous picture of it in your head. That's it. That's the core of the technique. You know, talk is cheap, right? So let's do this together, right now. I'm going to walk you through a quick exercise to show you just how powerful this is using 5 totally normal objects. Just play along with me here. Okay, I'm going to show you 5 things one by one. All you have to do is use that focused observation and your vivid imagination to link them together in a kind of crazy story in your mind. You ready? Let's go. First thing up, a book. Now, don't just think the word book. Picture it. Is it a heavy old leather book? A bright pink paperback? Get a really clear image of it in your mind. Got it? Okay, next up is a key. Now we gotta link them together. So imagine you're trying to open that book, but it's locked shut. So you pull out this giant, old-fashioned, rusty key, and you stick it right in to the side of the book. Hear that click as it unlocks. Really see that picture. Number 3 is an apple. So as you open the book with that key, a huge, shiny, red apple rolls out from between the pages. It's so crisp, you can almost smell it, and it just tumbles right out. Now for number 4, a phone. That apple doesn't just land softly. No way. It lands with a crash right on top of a smartphone screen. Picture the screen cracking, apple juice getting all over it. A very clear, kind of disastrous image, right? And last one, a cup. To deal with this mess, you grab a giant coffee cup and you start using it like a shovel, scooping up all the broken screen glass and the bits of apple. A coffee cup as a cleanup tool. A weird but memorable image. Okay, take a breath. Now, just rewind that little movie you made in your head. What was the very first thing? And what did you do with it? See if you can play back the whole story. So how'd you do? I'm willing to bet you nailed it. The book, which you unlocked with the key, and outrolled the apple, which smashed the phone, and you cleaned it all up with a cup. See? You didn't memorize a boring list. You created a story. And that is exactly what your brain loves to remember. This quote just sums it all up, doesn't it? It's not magic, it's just mechanics. It's how our minds are built to work. If you can tap into your imagination, you can remember anything. What you just did, that was your first rep in your new memory workout. You just proved to yourself that the potential is right there. So the only question now is, how do you keep building that muscle?
And here is the absolute best part. You don't need to block out hours for this. We're talking 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes a day is all it takes. Grab a shopping list, a few names, any little piece of info, and just practice, turning it into a vivid mental story. And this is what's so encouraging. This isn't some long-haul journey where you have to wait months to see if it's working. You just proved to yourself 5 minutes ago that you can improve your memory right now. The progress starts today, from day one. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Now that you know you have this ability, the power is completely in your hands. And this isn't just about remembering keys and grocery lists. This is about learning new languages, remembering people's stories, holding on to the things that truly matter to you. So the only real question left is, what will you choose to remember?